Taste is subjective. What that means is my taste buds and your taste buds may be different. We're going to go over a couple from 28 Days Vape. Got these free off of a contest, so I'm obligated to say anything about anything. So far, I've tried 4 of them. Just 4. And I pretty much ran through the Pixie Dust. Okay? Now, the Pixie Dust is almost empty, so we're going to take this right out of what's left in the bottle here. Alright? That out of there. It was in my pocket. Sorry. Ten big old globby drops right out of the bottle. Damn near empties the bottle. Alright. Figured I'd get that one out of the way. Seems how the bottle's pretty much gone. Rebuilt my CLT with some flat ribbon wire. It's reading at 0.7 ohms. I'm rocking it at 30 watts, which is 4.5 volts. Vapor on this is awesome. It's the higher VG. What do they do? 75-25 for their high VG? It works. Now, I had a twisted build in this, and the flavor's coming off about the same. Pixie Dust is supposed to kind of be like what it sounds. Like Pixie Sticks. I get Pixie Sticks out of that in my Kanger sub-tank. Like, almost perfect Pixie Sticks in the sub-tank. In this, it's totally different. It's like a cream candy. No other way to put that. If you took Pixie Sticks and maybe dumb them down just a little bit and put some cream in it, that's what I get when I vape on this. It's really strange. But it's really good. And in the sub-tank, I don't get that cream at all. It's, boom, it's Pixie Sticks, sweet tarts, something of that nature. Right there. Dry, sweet, fruity candy. Bam. Which I don't understand. Different things vape differently. I know. The vape is good. I mean, come on, 30 watts here. It's crazy. Let's say the heck with it, and we'll finish it off. Stuff is nice and thick. Let's finish it off. There's a couple of drops left in here. We won't make this whole video about this. This is the only one of this variety I've tried so far. What I mean of this variety is of this particular line, which is the Liquid Sin line. Okay? Bottle's empty, man. I went through the whole bottle, the 15 ml bottle, in one night. It is good. The vape's totally different. in different devices. It does produce a nice big cloud, and no matter which device I put it in. Is good. Like I said, that's the only one I tried in the liquid sin variety. So far. I am going to say, I noticed this with all 4 that I tried. Whether they be in my sub tank or they're in my CLT. They spit. They pop. They spit. I don't know why. I don't know why. But they do. They pop and spit. They do. Should we turn it up? I don't really want to turn this up. Ribbon wire and all. Let's go to 40. And it gets sweeter. It got sweeter at 40. I'm at 5.2 volts here. Can you hear it crackling? It's just spitting away. Everybody likes a little juice in their mouth. All 4 vape really well. A couple of these are even 50-50, and they still vape really well. I'm almost out of this one too. Let's start the top here. These are all 3 milligram juices, so don't ask me to describe throat hit. Okay? You can taste it's there, but it's not enough for a throat hit. Okay? Okay. Get some of this cloud out of here. Now, we at King's Throne. King's Throne. This is the barrel aged. These other 3 are all going to be from the barrel aged ones. Okay? 28 days vape. They steep their juices for 28 days before they get bottled. It does give you the milligram strength on all the bottles. What line they're from. 28 days vape is on the label. The day that they were bottled on, these happened to be bottled on January 22nd. And then there's this little tiny writing that says ingredients and warning. Okay? And it's really small. And I don't feel like trying to get in there and reading it. So, there you go. There's all sorts of info on their website. 28daysvape.com. The number 28 and Days Vape. I don't know if it's going to focus on that. 28, just like that. Daysvape.com. Okay? All one word, however you want to say that. King's Throne. It's 50-50. It's supposed to be a tobacco with a rum sweetness on it. I don't get any of that. What I get out of this, and I wrote it down because it's just so weird compared to what it says it is. I get a pastry with cream and berries on this. I get no tobacco. I get no rum. I don't know. The only other rum I've ever vaped, though, has been just butter rum. And, yeah, so I know what the rum tastes supposed to taste like. Only used it in my dripper. And, not even close to what I got. Okay? Say that. Now, King's Castle. Another one of the barrel aged. 3 milligram. Same kind of info on the bottle. Alright. I do like the please enjoy. I did enjoy these. They just weren't how I expected when I vaped them and then I read the flavor profiles. And I was like, really? I don't get that. Anyhow, on with it. King's Castle, the tart plum. I get a light plum on the inhale and the tartness on the exhale, but it's just like a little tang in there on the exhale. And it's really good, which is why there's like none left in there. It's good. It's a very subtle flavor. So if you don't like a lot of in-your-face, pow flavor, King's Castle, if you like plum, might be good for you. It's real subtle though. I mean, it's, I wouldn't say hard to taste. You can taste it, but when it comes to things like the Pixie Dust, where you get all that sweet candy flavor, and then you go to this, there's not a whole lot there. Like I said, they all vape pretty much the same. The last one, and I don't know why, but it turned color almost immediately in my tank. And that's the Nautilus. That has the last of the four we're going to talk about today. Pixie Dust is tasty though. It is tasty. Let me spin this over so I got someplace to put this. Alright. Juicy. CLT is just juicy. In the Nautilus, I have Queen's Garden. Another barrel-aged liquid. Turned brownish. Okay? Queen's Garden. And you can see that pretty much the only amount I took out of this bottle was to fill the Nautilus. I did drip a couple drops in my dripper. It's pretty much the same. It's, you know what? I didn't read this one. Wow. That's a burn hit. Don't turn your device up to 40 watts if it can't handle it. Alright, let's try that again. Let's prime it up. The Pixie Dust is like an orange pound cake, and it's 75 VG, 25 PG. We'll go back to that one. And what I get is what I said I got. It's like a sweet candy with cream. It's weird. I don't know. This one I did not read. Queen's Garden. I did read it. The heck am I thinking? I didn't read the Pixie Dust. I read this. See, it's too early in the morning for me. Got off work. Worked all night. Figured I'd throw this up here while I was still awake before kids got home and it got really, really loud in here. What it says is something like menthol and fruit or sweetness. I forget. One way or the other. Alright. What I get from this is not menthol. Is mint. I get a mint. Like a raspberry mint. Like I'm chewing raspberry mint gum for 15 minutes. And just before you decide, that's about done, you spit it out right there. And that's the flavor that stays in your mouth. Just like I just had some gum. It's really weird. I got nothing written down for it. What does it smell like, you say? It smells really good. but it smells like a mint raspberry. I don't know. That's what I get, man. It's really weird. I'm thankful for the juices. The juices are great. They're just, when I read a flavor profile and then I vape it, it should usually match up. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, huh. It is so weird. It's just so weird. Raspberry mint gum. If you can picture that in your head and just feel how that would taste, that's it. And it's a subtle raspberry with a lot of the, not a lot, but the mint. It's not menthol, man. It's not menthol. It's like a winter mint, really, with a little bit of raspberry in it. That's what I get. I can hear you. Put it in a dripper. Tell us what it tastes like in the dripper. Oh, I had it in the dripper. Let me vape this out. It's gonna take a minute, right? It's juicy. Must have overflowed it. At 10 watts, that ain't gonna do nothing. See, I'm just in the habit of just screwing the same thing on over and over again. Change out your cotton. No, I just did that before I started this. Creamy candy. That's what I get. Creamy candy. Totally different in the Kanger. I wonder if the Kanger still has it in there. You think it does? Let's see. Where is it? Right here. It's got a battery in it? Probably does. Totally sweet tart. So weird. Ugh, so weird. I don't like using this high of VG in my Kanger. It doesn't wick really well. So I like to put it on the Sigelli and vape it on there, because then it's awesome. When my ohms aren't jumping around. I don't know what it is with this thing, but my ohms jump around like you wouldn't believe. So I basically got to do this. Little puffs. Otherwise it won't wick. This is the only higher VG juice that I've put in my Kanger, and this is a new head because it wouldn't wick fast enough, and I've ended up burning the other one out. But I vaped a lot of high VG, like 80, 90 VG, and sorry, but this one doesn't seem to want to wick at all, and it's much more fluid than what I normally put in here. What it is, it's like a pixie stick. Alright, back at that. Juice reviews ain't supposed to be this long, man. I know, shush. You vape that much, you ain't getting nicked out. It's 3 milligram. I would have asked for 0, but Eh. Put something in there, right? Can make a dragon with it. Go for days. How do you do that? What? Just keeps coming. See if we can clear some of that. I don't know what it is with the CLT. I watch all my buddies vape, and they got drippers, and they vape a few times, and they're re-dripping. I don't know. Doesn't matter if I put parallel 24 gauge in here. Doesn't matter if I put regular 24 gauge in here. Doesn't matter if I put twisted 28 in here, parallel 28 in here. The vape goes on forever. It's amazing that I went through that whole bottle. I'm trying, man. I want to waste it. It's the last of it. Come on. For days, yo. Want to see these gnarly coils I got in here? Need smell-o-vision. When was that mentioned? Like the 80s? Smell-o-vision. Where's that? Who wants to smell Peter Griffin though? Huh? Almost there. Alright, we'll pop the top off. It's still wet, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's still wet. These are some gnarly coils, though. Look at that. Look at that fat stuff. Ribbon wire, baby. What equivalates to 28 gauge ribbon wire? Yeah, she's still smoking. She don't care. She gets rowdy. It's all good. That's a twisted reference right there. Can't believe she's still juicy after all that. Hold on, let me line this back up. It takes me a second. Oh boy. Cut my airflow back just a little bit. Still at 0.7 too, which is weird. I wrapped it and checked it all out, and it was at 0.7, and after firing it and juicing it and all that, it's still at 0.7. Good stuff. Come on, man. These reviews aren't supposed to be a half hour. I know that. Mr. Nick Grim Green, you have a roast coming up, I believe. I wouldn't mind being there for that. Ain't gonna happen. I did ask him a question the other day, and I can't remember what his question was, but it was kind of a bogus answer, and I was very disappointed. And I don't know where that came from. I asked him a question about, two-post strippers. I asked him if he knew of any, and where to go to get one. Because I see him posted on Instagram, and then for some reason I can never find him. I believe his answer was something like, vape on. That's not really the answer I was looking for. I don't know if he just didn't understand the question or what. Or if he was reading something else. I don't know. Alright, Queen's Garden. And I don't remember if Queen's Garden is supposed to be a 50-50. Wow, it smells minty, man. Put 12 drops in the old CLT. That'll drown everything else out, right? Minty. Mint raspberry right there. Mint something. When you smell it. Yeah. Mint raspberry gum. I get it in the same thing I get in the Nautilus. Still don't understand why it turned that color, but it did. I know some juices do that anyhow. Crazy. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but it leaves that. Wow, dark now. It leaves that. I just chewed a whole bunch of gum. Sorry about that. We'll end the video right there. 28 days of vape. Not bad, but it's not what you're expecting. You all have fun now, because I know I will.